All right, let's jump map now to Louisiana, where a community is mourning the lives tragically cut short on New Year's Day. Memorials are lining the streets right now, paying tribute to those who were killed after a man plowed his truck into a crowd in New Orleans Wednesday morning. Signs surrounding a big blue cross advertise a vigil set to take place this Saturday night at 7 o'clock. 14 people have been confirmed dead. 14 victims, we should mention, have been confirmed dead. Several others are still injured. The FBI released these new surveillance photos of the driver of that attack, who also was killed. Here's what we know so far. The attacker rented a truck in Houston, Texas, and drove to New Orleans on Tuesday night. He posted 5 videos while driving between the two cities, proclaiming his support for ISIS, and said he joined the terror organization before this summer. Now, on the morning of the attack, he placed 2 explosive devices in coolers in the French Quarter. That's authorities say, and they do say that he acted alone. CBS News national reporter Kati Weis has been there on the ground since the attack, and she joins us now. Katie, thank you so much for joining us. Can you walk us through the memorials along the streets there that you're seeing?
Those memorials are a little bit further down Bourbon Street at this hour, but we do know that just yesterday afternoon, before Bourbon Street was reopened, those memorials were first given a glimpse for the families of the people who were killed. The families were able to have a very intimate vigil, just the families remembering their loved ones. There was a jazz band that was playing I'll Fly Away. I could hear it from where I was just outside of the French Quarter. It was very beautiful from what I could hear. So it was nice that the city gave the families of the people who were killed an opportunity to mourn together in an intimate way. And we know now that there is likely to be a vigil perhaps this weekend, and we'll be sure to be there and bring you more information once we have an opportunity to be there.
Yeah, it's so heartbreaking to see those family members, Katie. But you do have some new information on the 2 New Orleans police officers wounded in this attack. What can you tell us about them and the victims that are still in the hospital right now?
Yes, so I have confirmed some very good news amid all of this senseless tragedy, that the 2 police officers who fired back at the suspect during the attack, just right there in that block right behind me, those 2 police officers were injured, but they are now out of the hospital. They're home recovering, and I'm told that they're doing well at this hour. That's a really good thing. Their colleagues are praising their work, their bravery, calling them heroes, saying if it weren't for them, this potentially could have been a much worse situation. We know also that more than 35 people were injured in this senseless event, senseless tragedy. And those 35 people injured include a University of Georgia student. We know that this student was critically injured, but they are still recovering right now in the hospital. We also know that actually 2 citizens of Mexico and 2 citizens of Israel were also injured in this attack. You know, New Orleans is a big tourist town. It brings in people from all over the world because it is such a special, unique place. And so it's not a surprise to see that we have citizens from other countries who were here enjoying this amazing city in all of its uniqueness, ringing in the new year. It's unfortunate that they were caught up in such tragedy. So our hearts certainly go out to them, and I hope that they all recover very soon. In the meantime, I have been told from city officials that there is actually a reunification center that has been set up at the nearest trauma center that's just a few minutes away from here. It's at the University Medical Center. So if you think you might know someone who may have been affected, that's where the reunification center has been set up for now.
Yeah, New Orleans, as you said, a very, very special place in the world. It's also a very resilient city. And yesterday we saw the reopening of Bourbon Street and the kickoff of the Sugar Bowl that was delayed by just 1 day after all this. But is there a sense of heightened security on the ground where you are? And what are members of the community and tourists saying about being in the area after this horrible attack?
You know, I think a lot of people are still very much shaken up by this, but also have some mixed feelings of wanting to return to some sense of normalcy. New Orleans is known for being a fun, carefree place where you can you can do anything you want, where you can be anyone you want. It's, you know, kind of a Vegas type style also. You know, what happens here stays here kind of mindset for many people who come here to have a good time. And so already just this morning we were out here in the early morning hours, and there were a lot of people out here having a good time, letting those good times roll. I suspect, you know, you see right now it's open to traffic. That's because it's in the morning time. There aren't a whole lot of partiers at, you know, 10 o'clock Central Time. However, we expect it is a Friday night. There's going to be some festivities. Once the sun goes down, these roads are going to be closed. We're going to be seeing police officers about every single block that you walk. And that security presence has been pretty tremendous since this attack took place.
Yeah, I can only imagine. All right, CBS News national reporter Kati Weis. Thanks so much, Kati.